Hi, Kate Cazzoni here, and today my genius tip is to talk about shame. Shame is one of the satripu, the 6 tendencies that are inborn when we come to the earth, and they're really helpful to get us to actually want to be born, and once we are born, to desire to stay here. So the first of the 6 is longing. From in the womb, there's a longing, a desire to be born. And then the second one is anger. And anger, for us, we often think of it as, fight or flight response. And at the time of going through that birth canal, little babies put up a bit of a kick and a fight and a push in or whatever it takes to get out of that pretty terrifying experience for some, to come into the world. So we have to actually energize or use that energy. That it can be enthusiasm, it can be excitement instead of anger. Then the third one is greed. So as soon as we hit the deck, so to speak, the first thing that a baby does, and those of you who are mums will know this, is that they start snuffling around and looking for what we call in my house booby juice. So the greed is another way to attach us to the world, so that we start to take from the world back into our bodies what it has to offer. And that's followed really quickly by infatuation. A baby then, after it's had a good suck, it looks up and looks into its mum's eyes, and you can see it's often captured in beautiful photos. Infatuation, that, oh my God, there's something here more beautiful than I. It's my mother, her eyes, her smile, her whatever. And you can see the baby just falling in love with those around them. And then after infatuation is pride, and that's part of one of our inborn instincts. That when our parents praise us, even for the silliest things that we do when we're babies, like Google and smile and clap our hands, we get so much praise and so much attention for what we give, and it creates, you can see inside a very young being, the pride and the vanity involved in that personification of themselves is really intense. So those 5 are inborn, and the 6th one's envy. And it looks to me, I've had years and years of looking at my envy and feeling really bad about it, really ashamed that I've been so envious of others. And actually, envy is one of the things that helps us to engage in community, in society, to compare ourselves to others and then go ahead with it in a positive way, of course, so that we can join into what's going on and feel that we're taking part in things. So these 6 tendencies are inborn, and rather than try to suppress them, according to tantric philosophy, the idea is to try to channel them or use them as a way to get what we want, what we're longing for in life. So rather than be ashamed of our greed or our pride or our envy or our infatuations, the idea is to look at the energy behind them, to start to learn where they're active in our bodies, the adrenal glands, the sex glands, the heart, the thymus gland, the thyroid, and so on, and start to see when these different emotions come up, how we can channel them in a way that's actually beneficial for us, but also for society, and so we feel good about ourselves. So the way to channel these is that we start with longing, with desire, and it does create a very firm and clear goal in our lives. When we desire something, we know exactly what we're looking for and we can go for it. And the energy that we need to be able to go for it is the stuff that comes out from the adrenal glands, which can be, instead of used as anger or fight or flight, it can be channelized through excitement, through enthusiasm. So it's exactly the same hormones that come through when we are excited and enthusiastic. So channeling that anger, that determination to get what we want is the second way to use these inborn qualities. And then the third one, which is greed. Greed means for us, it's, I don't want anybody to see that I really, really want this. I'm going to do whatever I can to get it. Again, it can really work with our determination, and it can carry us along to even do greater and bigger things. The way our human mind works is it's always, always expanding. So if we expand it through greed towards things that are beneficial for others, beneficial for society, beneficial for our businesses, then that greed can be really harnessed and enhanced. And then the 4th one, which is infatuation. Infatuation can be used for love of our clients, for love of what we're producing, which then leads into pride, the feeling that what we do is good enough. Not only is it good enough, but it's actually, great. Especially our creative work, especially our becoming visible work, especially the stuff that we do that that puts us out there contributing, it is great, and there's reason to be proud for that. And then the next one, envy is seen to be, again, quite a no-no in society. And yet when we use it, when we see that somebody is just one step ahead of us and that we can attain what they're attaining through, through effort or through intelligence, through creativity, through sharing, through caring even at times, we can use that desire, that thrust inside ourselves that's powered by envy to actually get on and accomplish the things that we're longing to do. So it can be very, very inspiring to look at mentors, look at people who are just that one step ahead of us in business, in creativity, in the Olympic Games, whatever it is we're trying to do, and use their example to become envious of what they've achieved and feel, I can do this too. I will do this too. Those 6 things that we've been taught to feel are not good. They may not be feminine enough. They may not be kind enough. Whatever it is that's playing in our heads about our own inborn tendencies, they can be used very effectively without the shame, without the guilt. They can be used to help us to get on in our businesses, in our lives, in our relationships, and in our self-care, our love, and our appreciation of ourselves. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you again soon.